Saturday like? There's such anticipation in the building. How did you see it play out from your perspective?
Honestly, I feel like the media hyped it up so much that it was, the first period, it was almost like, hey, let's just get it out of the way. And then, he said no, which is completely fine. The game didn't really call for it. So he left it alone. And then, obviously, he buries Bush in I think it was in the third period there, second period, whatever it was. So, I thought that was an appropriate time to ask. And, good on him for doing it. It's a big boy.
Where does he rank in terms of guys you've faced in terms of the challenge?
He's definitely the longest I've ever fought, for sure. He's like 6'9" or something. He's just really lanky. For sure the biggest guy I've ever fought.
What was it? What was your strategy? You try to let him go first, and then you try to counter because of his reach?
A little bit of that, but a lot of it had to do at the beginning. I think at the beginning of the fight, I didn't throw a lot because I had to make sure I was holding where I wanted to, make sure I positioned him in the right spot. At first I think he had me strung out a little bit, so I had to be patient and kind of, get his grip off of that. And then once I was comfortable, I started throwing.
So you guys had a bit of a conversation in the box as well?
Yeah, he's a really nice kid. He talked about how the media pumped it up so much, and he's like, his two original six teams going at it, and all everybody was talking about was a fight. But no, it was cool. Honestly, it was almost cool to see because it shows that fighting's not dead in this sport. People still kind of get amped up for it and enjoy that part. So, he was seems to be a really nice, humble kid. Talked to him in the box a little bit, so he's going to be a menace in this league.
He was looking at the bench a little bit before the fight. Was your sense he needed kind of a...
Yeah, I would assume, yeah. His coach probably wanted him to take a break.
Yeah. What's the importance of tonight's game, Ryan?
Well, a team where we're, chasing a couple points back, and, they took points off us a couple times this year already, so, it's a huge game, I think, probably, and it's going to set the tone for the game in their building in a couple days. So, this is probably the biggest game of the week.
Does it set the tone also if it's a potential playoff kind of preview? Do you let that into your mind?
Well, every divisional game with playoff teams sets tone. I don't think this division is set yet. There's going to be some movement, I think, and so you can potentially play any of these teams that are in the playoffs right now. So. You have to put your best foot forward. You gotta set the tone. You gotta play physical. You gotta make sure you're playing like a playoff atmosphere.